Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Delaney, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys a little makeup haul. So it is a brand new year. We are in 2022 now. I was sick like the first week of January. What do I do when I'm sick? I online shop. I did have some gift cards to help me out with my online shopping while I was sick from Christmas, so that worked out a little bit, saved me some money, but still, online shopping makes me feel better when I'm sick, and this is the product of that. So I also do have a few miscellaneous items thrown in here that I recently purchased that are makeup that I just wanted to talk about. So if you're interested in seeing a little haul from Sephora, Ulta, and one item from Tjmaxx, then keep on watching. I haven't been to Tjmaxx in 2 or 3 months, so in addition to my online shopping that I did from Sephora and Ulta, I decided to grab one item from Tjmaxx because it was in my store and I've never seen it there and I need it. First thing I got from Tjmaxx, oh my gosh, this set was so cute. So this is from MAC and it came in this little makeup bag. You get a brush and a highlight. So first of all, the bag is stunning, so cute. I can't fit all of my makeup in here, but I can fit like a small amount of makeup in this bag, but it's glittery and beautiful and kind of like a firework pattern or like icicles. Oh, it's so cute. It looks like ice crystals. That's what it reminds me of. But that was just like the icing on the cake. You get an actual like full-size highlight and a brush that is so soft and beautiful. It is so nice for highlighting. I actually used it to apply the highlight today. It just hugs your cheeks so beautifully. It's super soft and disperses just the right amount of product on there. It's beautiful. It comes with the little cover thing to kind of keep the brush's shape. But yeah, it's a nice MAC brush. This is the 14 SES. No, 143 SES. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, maybe someone who knows more about makeup brushes, especially from MAC, but this did come in the set. Now I apologize, I don't remember what the set was called. I'll pop it up on the screen because I yanked that stuff out of the packaging so quick when I got in the car. But this is the Piece de Resistance. This is the Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and it is gorgeous. Look at the packaging. Well, first of all, the packaging is like very basic, but the embossing is gorgeous. This is what it looks like. I know the embossing will go away after however many uses, but it is beautiful. I know that MAC releases a lot of skin finishes and they do a lot of different embossings. This is probably one of my favorites that I've seen, and I got this entire set. I got this entire set of the highlight, the brush, and the makeup bag for $10. $10. It's technically $5 for the highlight, $5 for the brush, and then a makeup bag for free. So wow, that I had to. Now you see why. Also, this is a pale gal friendly highlight. I am wearing it today. It does have a little bit of an icy quality, but definitely enough champagne in there that it's not just straight up white on the skin, and I don't think it leaves a stripe. I think it melts into the skin really beautifully. And this is actually, this could be one of my new favorite highlight formulas. I've never tried a highlighter from MAC until now. I love it. I love it. Getting it at $10 just makes it even better. One of the best finds at Tjmaxx that I have ever found. This is so, so good. If you see it, grab it. No questions asked. That was my one item from Tjmaxx, and now I will jump into my Ulta order. So again, gift cards, Ulta points, and a little bit of splurging because it was after Christmas, but I decided to grab a whole bunch of drugstore things that I have been wanting to try for a long time. I just haven't gotten it yet. So this is just like drugstore, but nothing's really brand new. It's a lot of things that I've seen being recommended from the drugstore, from different YouTubers I watch, and just hearing things in general about makeup. So let's dive right in to the Ulta order. So let's get the skincare-esque items out of the way first. So I decided to try 2 things from e.l.f.'s Holy Hydration line. I've heard such great things about them before, especially for dry skin, and I just had to try it. It's more affordable. I wanted to see what I thought. So we have the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. This is a face cream that is fragrance-free, has hyaluronic acid and peptides, and I think it is beautiful. I've tried it once. I tried it last night and I actually really enjoy it. It's not as thick as the cream that I currently have been using that is from Belief, but the price difference is pretty big. So this is a great option, especially for dry skin. I would say maybe this one is more for daytime though, and then my other richer one is for nighttime. But this goes under makeup beautifully, and I love the packaging. It actually feels very weighted for e.l.f. packaging. It's beautiful. I love the blue, and it's just so cute. So here's what the jar looks like, and it's just like a basic cream, no fragrance, which I love. It has like just a hint of just like moisturizer smell, like what every moisturizer that doesn't have a fragrance smells like. And it's very fresh and clean, which I really enjoy because I do not like added fragrance in my skincare. It's for dry, oily, and combination skin. And yeah, so far I've been really enjoying it. I've only tried it once though. I will keep you updated as I try more of it. But so far, what I got from the first impression is it's great for daytime under makeup, and I need something a little bit richer for nighttime while I sleep. I've heard such good things about the line. Also leads me to buying the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. And it does include this little baby spatula here. I have been using the Pharmacy Green Clean makeup melting balm thing. I think that's what it's called. I'll pop it up on the screen. But I've been using the one that's in the cherry scent. I got it in a BoxyCharm and I love it. I've actually almost emptied it out completely. And it is a little bit more on the expensive side. So I did want to try a more affordable alternative to see if I want to rebuy the more expensive one from Pharmacy or if this one will come close. So it does come with a little baby spatula. Hopefully that's as much product as you'll need. So it's in the exact same jar as the face cream, but it is the Holy Hydration Cleansing Balm. Again, it is for dry, oily, and combination skin types. And let's open her up. Oh yeah, it's just a solid, like colorless balm, which is fine, exactly what I expected. The Pharmacy one I use is pink, but honestly, I don't care what color it is as long as it works and gets off my makeup. So I've heard that this is a great option for dry skin, gets all the makeup off. Have not tried this yet though, so I cannot say if I enjoy it just yet, but I will be trying this tonight after this video. I'll be taking off my full glam with this. So if you want to see a skincare video, let me know. I've been working on my skin a lot lately. I think it's been helping. Next up in our big bag of goodies, let's just go down the line in like the way that I would do my makeup, because that might be easier because I got a lot of stuff. Next up, I did get a thing of freebies. Let's see, do we want to talk about that? I did want to say that when I was placing my order, they did have a free gift with purchase because I got some stuff from NYX. I got 3 items that look like deluxe samples from NYX, and it's the Pore Filler. This is a primer base pore filler. I haven't tried this yet. I'm not sure what it's like, but it's a deluxe sample, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I don't know if it's good for dry skin, but we'll see. I also got a deluxe sample of the Marshmallow Primer, which I actually already own in the full size. I love this primer. It works beautifully. I love the smell. I love the way it feels. It's very moisturizing and hydrating, and also smoothing and blurring. So this is a great primer. Love to see it in a travel size. And then also a dewy finish setting spray from NYX. Now this I was especially happy to try in a deluxe sample because I feel like this is about 0.60 fluid ounces, and so I feel like I'm gonna get at least like 2 to 3 makeup looks with this setting spray, so that'll be enough to try it out. Actually, you know what, do I want to try it right now? I'm gonna try it right now. It does have a little small bit of that alcohol-y kind of scent to it that a lot of setting sprays have. Nothing really against that, but I just wanted to note that. It does have alcohol in it, so if you don't want alcohol in a setting spray, then this one might not be for you. I'm not sure if it actually added any dewiness because my makeup was already pretty glowy, but I'm gonna have to continue to test this out and see if it works. But I've heard some really great things about the matte one, so I prefer a dewy finish anyway, so I will definitely let y'all know how I feel about that. I also did want to mention that if you want any in-depth reviews on any of these items, please let me know in the comments. I will be glad to do it, even if it's a short video talking about a specific product or maybe a specific line or anything, a few products that you see here that you want to know more about. Try-ons, just let me know. All right, so let's keep on moving. So next up, I got the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. This is brand new, so I may do a trying new makeup with this, including this primer. I've heard great things about this. I actually have the Mint Melt one and the Dew Primer. I love the Dew Primer even more than the Mint one, but I've heard this is very similar to both, just fragrance-free. The Dew Primer has a watermelon scent, and the Mint Melt one has like a vanilla mint scent. Both are nice and not like super overpowering, but I do prefer fragrance-free when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I definitely am excited to try this. If it does have the same formula, I know I'm gonna love it. The others make my makeup last all day long, so if this works the same, then we're doing great. It looks identical, like in the packaging, to the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I've heard that it performs very similarly, so I'm excited. Next step in my routine would be foundation. I did not get a new foundation to try, but I did go ahead and grab these from LA Girl. This is their Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment, and this is in the blue shade. It's in shade blue. That's just what the shade name is. And this is specifically to take something that's too warm and making it more neutral or cool toned. Something that's neutral, making it cool. Something's too warm, you make it neutral or cool. And it does have a pump, which I didn't realize at first, and glass packaging. So it's very luxe for LA Girl. Like, their price points are a little bit more affordable than others. You get a ton of product. It's a 1 fluid ounces. This is gonna last you forever because you usually only add 1 drop into anything to change the color. I did test this out briefly today. I used it on my Wet n Wild tinted hydrator, and it works really well. If you can tell, it's a little bit yellow and like a little yellowy red in the tube and it's a little too warm toned for me, so I just added a drop and I feel like it matches me even better. They do have this in white and the deeper shades as well, so you can lighten and deepen a foundation shade if you need to. So this is a great way to make any foundation work for you, especially if you're a makeup artist. Something like this could be really handy. I know that they do have these kind of things in a palette form, but this is a liquid, so I feel like it would work even better with your liquid foundations. I will keep y'all updated on how it wears. So far, it's been wearing beautifully. It wears like my normal foundation would. So like my tinted hydrator does, it doesn't affect the wear of it that I can tell. So what more can you ask for? Next up, we have brows. This is a repurchase. I'm not gonna go too far into this, but it's the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. And yeah, I'm rebuying this. I have already had 2 or 3 of them. They're very nice. I am currently using one now. I used one today on my brows and I'm almost done with it, so I needed to rebuy it. And yeah, it's the one I use every day. Next up, we have a powder. Now, this one technically is a finishing powder, so I would use this more towards the end, but I'm just gonna talk about it anyway now. So this is from NYX. This is their HD finishing powder, and it's in like a really small size, which I think is perfect for touch-ups if I wanna put it in my purse, or if I wanna put it in my kit or something like that. This is a perfect pressed powder for that, and it is in the shade Translucent, which I love. And I have tried it today and it does not leave a white cast. I used it underneath my eyes and on my T-zone just to kind of keep that oil down. It doesn't really do anything like for glow, but it does do a great job of blurring and kind of making everything look seamless and mattifying a little bit, like taking some of the oil away. So I really enjoy it so far. I've heard some people this is their favorite under eye powder, and I can see why. It's actually very similar to my RCMA, just in a pressed powder form. So I have a feeling I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this, and I may eventually actually wanna get the full size. Next up, we have a bronzer. This is from Maybelline. This is their City Bronzer in the shade 100. So it's a bronzer and contour powder. I actually use it more as a bronzer just because it is a little bit on the warmer side in this shade particularly. I need something a little bit more cool toned, almost gray toned for a contour, but for a bronzer, this is perfect. It is not too warm toned at all. Like, it has a little bit of warmth to it, but not red toned in any way. It's just perfect for fair skin tones. I love this. It is very matte though, so if you want a bronzer with a sheen or some kind of luminosity to it, this is not it. But if you want a matte bronzer, this is your girl. Really nice. I have it on my cheeks today. I think it looks beautiful. I think it blended amazingly and I really enjoy it. So far, so good. I really like the shade. I really like the formula. I've been hearing a lot of people liking this, so I had to try it. All right, moving on. Next up in my makeup routine, I would do blush. So I have a cream blush and I have a powder blush. So first up, I have the Mega Glow Wet n Wild little stick blush here, and this is in the shade, where is it? This is in the shade Peach Bums, and I actually heard that this could be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm, and it does have that same kind of like peachy duochrome shift, and it feels beautiful and it does blend out really nicely. It seems a little bit on the sheer side, but I feel like if you build it up, it could get to the opacity of the other one, but it looks like it just gives a beautiful, healthy glow with a little bit of a peach color added to it. So I'm interested to try this one out. I haven't tried any of the cream products from Wet n Wild. I don't think I have, so this is a first for me, but it looks beautiful on my hand, so I can't wait to try it. Today, I actually tried this one. So this is the JCat Beauty Love Struck Blusher and Bronzer, and the shade 102 Honey Bunches, which I love the name, Honey Bunches. And it has a cute little cat imprint on it. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you can see in the top corner, you see those sparkles? This cat was covered in like an overspray of glitter. It easily comes off in one swipe, so just take your finger and swipe it off if you don't want the glitter overspray on there. It does not have any shimmer in the actual product, and this is pigmented as hell. So be careful. It's very powdery, very like, it's not really soft pressed. It's just when you put your brush in there, it just kicks up powder like crazy. The color is perfect. I have it on today. I think it looks beautiful. If you go in with an extremely light hand, you'll be fine. But just don't do what I did, and I immediately like went in with a normal amount of blush that I would use like with a more buildable formula, and it left a streak on my face and it was hard to blend out. But if you go in with a light hand, it actually looks beautiful on the skin. And this blushy bronzy color I think is perfect for natural makeup days because it just blends in with the bronzer so seamlessly, and there's no like harsh line, there's no really crazy color difference. It's not too bubblegummy. Some blushes can pull bubblegum pink on me, and I like something with a little bit more warmth. I'm really glad that I got to try it. Next up in my routine would be highlighter, and I decided to try not one, but two highlighters from the drugstore because I have a problem. So one is from NYX. Surprise, surprise. I'm pretty sure this one is going to be discontinued soon. I think Angie was talking about this in her video, and I had to try it because she likes it. So I'm gonna love it. This is the High Glass Illuminating Powder, and she said it was more like a putty highlight, kind of like the Super Shock formula a little bit. This is in shade 01 Moon Glow, and I think it's the lightest one that they had as an option, and that's what I need. I need the lightest option. But here's what the pan looks like. This is from the same line as the finishing powder that I have, and I love that finishing powder so much, so I thought I would really enjoy the highlighter as well. Again, NYX has some of my favorite powder products, cheek products, primers. It's just, I love a lot from NYX, okay? It's hard to pick a favorite, but it does have like a putty kind of formula. It's more smooth than the Super Shock cheeks that I have, but it's also almost more gel-like. Like the ColourPop one almost feels wet. This one has like a dry putty formula. It's very odd to describe, but look at that beautiful glow. It has this perfect, like, not so icy, but icy look to it. It's like a perfect mix of champagne and ice for me, for my skin tone. I have a tiny bit on top of the other one, just kind of on the high, like, just pat it in with my finger, just because I have a problem and I want to wear all the highlighters all at once. So yeah, I love to layer highlighters. This one looks so, so beautiful as well. And this one was very affordable. I already know I love it. I would prefer to use my fingers over a brush, but I'm okay with that because I like the Super Shock cheek formula and I'm used to doing that anyway. But if you want to use a brush, it's not as good as payoff as it is with your finger. But with a finger, it blends into the cheeks so beautifully and just melts. Love this. Definitely would recommend. And then my other highlighter that I got was in shade 10. Now, I feel like I ordered a different one. I'm gonna have to make sure that this is actually the right one because this looks really deep for me, but maybe it's not. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. So this is in shade 10 and it is called Be My Highlight. I'm gonna swatch it next to the NYX one and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's almost too dark for me, just by a hair. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work for me or if it's not. Like, in some lights, it's really dark. Like, in the light, it's fine, and then when I turn, I think it's gonna leave a cast. So I feel like this one is going to be a body highlight for me and not a face highlight, just because I can get away with that on my body. If it's a little bit deeper, it just kind of looks like a bronzy glow. It's not my favorite. I definitely like the NYX one better than this one. I actually saw someone on TikTok talking about this formula from Essence, and I must say it's not my favorite. It's a little on the drier side. It's not as like pack-a-punch blinding as I was hoping it would be, but it's okay. So this one's like, yeah, so far, but I will keep trying it out. So far, I would recommend the NYX High Glass over this one. So next up, we have another JCat Beauty item. This one, Andrea Mataliano, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She is amazing. She's here on YouTube. She has such informative content. I love it. I aspire to be that informative with my content. I would love to one day be like that. But she tried these Dia and Noche Tri-Element 15 eyeshadow palettes from JCat Beauty, and she was talking about how amazing the shimmers and metallics were, and I saw the swatches and my mind was just blown. So here's what the palette looks like. This is the Dia and Noche. This is in Noche. I just thought that this color scheme looked like a perfect mix of neutral and colorful, kind of like cooler toned, sultry neutrals and colors. I will say the packaging is very cheap. It takes a second to get it open, but when you do get it open, the formula is absolutely incredible. So the mattes I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't love. I have tried them once so far. I will keep trying and see if it gets any better, but the one time I used the mattes, I was not as impressed, but the metallics make up for it in this palette. You get 2 rows of metallics and 1 row of mattes, and you actually get 1 satin shade here. I prefer that because the metallics in here are so good, and that's what you're buying when you're getting the palette in my eyes. So these shades they pack so much punch. They look like metal on the eyes. They look so glittery. I would actually compare them more to the Natasha Denona formula of shimmers. Like, they're that metallic and pretty. They're just a little on the chunkier side. Natasha Denona's are a little bit more smooth. LA Girl also has a very similar foiled shadow formula to this. But this, like, you get this many shimmers in one palette. I love that. I do prefer the LA Girl mattes than the JCat Beauty mattes, but the shimmers are very, very, very similar. I just love these so much, especially this green shade here, this blue shade, and this icy blue, like silver. Oh, it's so good. And this gold looks just so stunning on the eyes. So I had this one on today earlier with these mattes, and it was like this beautiful, effortless, natural look, and then the glitter on top just was so stunning. And I just think you can get a natural, like a more light neutral look, or you could really go colorful and fun. I cannot wait to test these out again and test out the colorful shades. These are so, so good. The mattes, I could take it or leave it. I hate saying this. I would almost prefer if this was all shimmers. I never say that. I need some mattes, but the shimmer formula is by far the standout in here. So I also love the packaging, like design wise, it's so cute. It's just a little bit cheap plastic and hard to get open, but once you get it open, it's amazing. Last but not least, from Ulta, we have two, speaking of LA Girl, LA Girl lip liners, and I have the shade, what is this? Sandstorm and Coquette. So these were the two like nude pink shades that were light. So here is what, do I have that upside down? I do. So here's what they look like up close. So they're the Shockwave nude lip liners, and they are so beautiful. So Sandstorm is just like a hair more brown and a little bit deeper than Coquette. Coquette is a light browny pink nude, and I have Coquette on my lips today with a gloss that I will be talking about when I get to the Sephora order. But these feel so luxe, like creamy but stays in place. The pigment is there in one swipe, and I just love it so much. I love the feel of them. You get so much product for so little price. I've just heard so many people raving about the LA Girl lip liners. I had to try them out and I'm not disappointed at all. I've heard people rave about the eyeliners as well, but I just don't wear eyeliner pretty much ever. Like even today, I'm wearing shadow as my liner, and it's not really a true liner. It's just kind of smoked in that way. But yeah, I don't wear eyeliner that much, so that's why I didn't try it. But the lip liners, you gotta try them. They're so affordable and they're so good. You just need to try it if you haven't yet. So that was everything that I got from Ulta, and now we're gonna get to my Sephora order. The Sephora order is a little bit smaller than the Ulta order, but just as exciting in my eyes. From Sephora, we're gonna start out, I got a sample bag with my purchase. It was like one of those free with purchase things. I recommend doing a bigger purchase from Sephora online because you can get more for your money, like with, they usually have a bunch of offers, and if you looked at the offers page, you can go down the list and whatever you spent, like just check and see, and you can get a lot of different freebies. It's not as good as Ulta's point system where you can get money off. It is 500 points for $10 off, which is crazy. Like I feel like it should be more than that for 500 points, but there are some freebies that you can get. So just check out the offers page because you can just add one to cart real easily. So this one, it was a bunch of samples. Do I have all these? Oh, I used one. That's why. So I actually got all of these samples, including this little cologne thing and a sheet mask from Sephora collection, all for free with my purchase. Great, we love freebies. So I got a deluxe sample of the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I got a thick hair treatment mask from Way in a little pouch. So I don't have thick hair at all. I don't know if thin, fine hair people can use it and actually benefit from it, but we're gonna find out. The Peace Out Blemish Balm. I feel like I absolutely could use that. I do get some acne. This is a daily gentle exfoliating cleanser, just a little trial size. I don't think that I can get a good solid use out of it and see results with just one use, but it's nice to have thrown in here, I guess. And then a Watermelon Glow PHA BHA toner. This is the watermelon toner that's like viral on TikTok, just a little pouch of it. So I guess I'll see if I like it. I've heard great things about it. I love the watermelon scent. Just sometimes watermelon stuff can mess with me a little bit, but hopefully using it once will tell me if it messes with me, so that's good at least. A deluxe sample of the Ultra Repair Cream, intense hydration for dry, parched skin. Me. I need this. So very excited. This is from First Aid Beauty. I do see this in Tjmaxx a lot in full sizes, so if I like this, I'm gonna find it at Tjmaxx. This one is the Amika Flash Instant Shine Mask, and it's another hair product. So this one I think I will be able to really get a lot of use out of. Probably like 1 to 2 uses, and we'll see if I like it. We'll see if it wows me. One is also another hair care product. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Treatment. It's a deluxe sample. I have not used this before, but I don't heat style my hair a lot, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to try this really, but Who knows? It'll come in handy one day. I got a Atelier Cologne Vanilla Incense? I don't know. I can't speak French, okay? Took French for a hot minute, but I'm not fluent in any way. So it came with this little postcard thing, which is real cute, by the way. Like, aesthetically, love it. But I have no idea. It just says pure perfume. So I don't know what that really means, what pure perfume is. I don't know if it's more expensive. Who knows? Ooh, it's definitely vanilla-y. It's got a little bit of like a spiciness to it, but not crazy. It's like a sophisticated sweet vanilla scent that's not too childish. It's not too Bath and Body Works vanilla, like the vanilla brown sugar scent. It is definitely a sophisticated version. Ooh, I like that a lot, actually. So I'm definitely gonna get a lot of use out of that little sample. I have a ton of perfume samples. I actually like collect them, and I make sure that I have like a library of scents, and I never really have to purchase the big ones. I'll wait till Christmas comes around and I'll ask for a fragrance each year, and then I'll get like mini bottles of other things because fragrance lasts me so long. So yeah, I have a whole collection of fragrance. If you'd like to see it, well, let me know. I am planning on doing a perfume collection as well, so stay tuned for that. Last sample in here was the Huda Beauty Silk Balm. First of all, beautiful packaging. This is iridescent packaging, just like this, but this is a deluxe sample. I love this. I'm wearing it on my lips today with the Coquette lip liner, and it is so juicy and beautiful. It doesn't really have much of a scent, which I prefer, and it's so shiny and gorgeous. It reminds me of the Lawless Forget the Filler, but no like real plumping effect. It's just more hydrating and juicy, but kind of fakes a plumping effect a little bit. It makes my lips look beautiful. I love the shine that it's giving. I enjoy it so much. I know I'm gonna use this up, and I'm probably gonna buy a full size because of it. You got me on that one, Sephora. You got me on that one. And that is why they give you these samples for free, because they're like, please spend more money. But you got me with that one, not gonna lie. Moving on to what I actually purchased at Sephora. This was the reason that I purchased it. You are the reason. But this is the reason I made the purchase in the first place. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. And packaging, stunning. Love the hexagons, love the cyclohexanes. Don't even. I can't. One hexagon is a cyclohexane. Got it? Okay, cool. The more you know. Science. But they have a bunch of molecule looking things on here. It's giving me flashbacks to organic chemistry, but like in a good way. I am a person in a science field, so I kind of love seeing that on the packaging, but I don't know if it actually does anything to your skin. It does claim that there is some skincare, skin-loving ingredients in the foundation, so over time, it is supposed to be really good for your skin. It says for the best healthy-looking skin day every day. So I wore this once now, and I did break out a little bit. So I'm not sure if my skin hates me or if it's this foundation. So I will keep you updated on that. It looked gorgeous. It looked beautiful. But it did potentially break me out. But I was watching Teresa's Dead's video, and she mentioned it does have coconut water in it, and that could be a reason that it would break me out. So we'll have to see. I'll keep you updated. But also, it is a pump, but they didn't really have a shade light enough for me. Yeah, so this is the shade. It works for me because it's a medium coverage. If it was a full coverage, it'd be too deep for me. And this is the lightest shade. So that I don't love. I wish there was a shade lighter than this and cool toned, because this is fairly yellow and warm. So I wish there was my actual skin tone in this foundation, but it looks beautiful on the skin. I will let y'all know eventually what my full review of this foundation is, but so far it looks beautiful. Not great wear time, but it looks great immediately, and supposedly has great skin loving benefits in there. So we'll see. Hopefully this is not what was breaking me out, but I guess we'll find out. Moving on. Next up, I wanted to try the Rare Beauty, their bronzer stick in the shade Power Boost. So it does look a little warm, but when you actually blend it out, it's fine. But it blends so beautifully. So you can see it is on a little bit on the warm side, a little bit on the yellow side, but it does work for me, especially when I blend it out, and it blends out in seconds. So it looks really, really gorgeous. I don't have it on today. I do have the Maybelline one on today, but I have used this and the formula is great. I just wish there was like a slightly more cool toned option, because this is very warm on me. But the formula though, the formula is so good. I don't know if I can attest to wear time just yet though, because I only wore it for a few hours. So that's again gonna be something that I have to update y'all later on. But Rare Beauty bronzer stick, love the formula so far. Next up, I got a perfume from K. Ali. This is their new fragrance. So it's like a sister brand to Huda Beauty. And this is their new fragrance. This is Eden Juicy Apple. Love the packaging. I think it's so beautiful. I got a mini set before with a lipstick, and this one, which is the Deja Vu White Flower. Same packaging, same size for the minis. Beautiful. It's just red for this one. And this smells divine. This is a sweet fragrance though, so if you don't like sweet fragrances, you're not gonna like this. But like the vanilla one that I just talked about is more of a sophisticated, spicy vanilla with like a hint of sweet. This one, ooh, okay. Let me see if I can try to explain this. It's got a little bit more Bath and Body Works in it, just a hair. Not in a bad way, but it does have a little bit more of that like sweet, fruity, like Bath and Body Works-esque fragrance, especially when you first spray it, because the alcohol is kind of at the top. But once you let it sit on the skin, it gets a little bit more sophisticated and moody, but also fruity and sweet. I don't know, it just, these fragrances, they smell completely different like over time. So when you immediately spray it, don't judge it right off the bat. Wait and let it sit on the skin for a while and see what it does. Also, these are great for layering as well. I've layered this one with Deja Vu and it's beautiful. It's already getting a little bit more unique, and it's only been like a minute on my skin. So it's very difficult to explain because I'm not a perfume expert, but this just has like this sweet, fruity, like red, like berry undertone. There's a little bit of that apple in there, but it's more like berries and apples and like sweet, but with like something grounding it, and I don't know exactly what that is. But it smells so good. I'm very happy that I got this. It's really a great pair to the other one. I will wear both of them separate. I'll wear them layered. I really enjoy it. Last but very not least in my Sephora haul, this is the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. Can we just talk about this packaging? I mean, hello. It is probably the most stunning eyeshadow palette packaging I've seen in a long time. It's plastic, but it still feels luxe. And then when you open it up, the gift, it just keeps on giving. Look at this color story. Now, the reason that I didn't buy this before is because when I saw pictures of this, it looked so washed out, like so boring and one-toned and just like too cool-toned and too fair. Like I didn't even think it would work on me, but I just don't think the promo pictures did it justice, and I don't think the trend mood pictures did it justice. This is beautiful. So even my beauty lights are kind of washing it out. There we go. That's more true to color in real life. So you have this like mauve tones. You have the mauve tones here. You have this like taupey, purpley brown. You have the kind of warmer pinks up here. You have this bright bubblegummy kind of pink and this light pink to go with it. And then this like neutral kind of in between these shades kind of color. It's like a taupe mixed with a pink. That's the best way I can describe it. But I'm wearing it on my eyes today. So this shade right here is called Cosmic Love, and I can't really tell if it's a multi-chrome or a duochrome. I think it's a duochrome, but it's beautiful nonetheless. So you can see the shift on my eyes. It's going like, there's the blue, there's the purple, I almost want to say it's a multi-chrome because it does kind of have like a purple, pink, blue shift. I'm in love with the shade so much. Here, you know what? I'm gonna have to swatch it. Look at her. Oh my god, like look at that. Live swatch. See how it's pink right here? And then it goes to purple to blue. Purple, pink, blue. Pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue. It's just so pretty. It goes from this like rose gold to a bright blue and then with a purple in between. I just think it's so pretty. And it's so glittery and just gorgeous. Look at it on my eyes. I feel like it looks different from every angle, which is something I love about multi-chromes. I love multi-chromes. I love duochromes. I just love everything multicolored, chrome, glittery, sparkly, you name it. But something about this formula is special. I've had a bunch in the past and none of the quality compares to this palette. This is more expensive than the other ones, but the quality is so special. The shimmer shades in here are next level amazing. This one is the one that people were comparing to COVID-19 or like a petri dish because it's like a gel with dots in it. It's very strange and I still don't really know the point of it. It's kind of like a gloss for your eyelids with like a hint of color. But you know what I use it for? I use it as a base for these shimmers. If I put this gloss down first and then I pack the shimmer on top of it, it gives a sticky base for those shimmers to stick to, and it has a better longevity and like a higher impact. It just looks so, so beautiful. And this has been on my eyes for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours now, but it looks like I just put it on. It's beautiful. The mattes are so effortlessly blendable in here. Like, that's not the case with all Huda palettes, but this one, amazing. The shade Blissful. Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And then Moon Magic. Wow. I mean, these are so sparkly. A lot of these shades have like a very blue undertone to them, but I'm not mad at it. I love blue sparkles. I love purple, I love pink, I love blue. And you can get a very neutral look out of this palette if you stick with the neutral shimmers, or you can really add some like celestial magic with these blue, purple, pinky shades in there. So I think this is so versatile. And I know it came out last year, but I should have gotten it immediately. I was very hesitant because I didn't believe that the quality was different than the other Huda palettes I've had in the past. Sessions Jaguar made me want to try this one because those shimmers were amazing, and I'm not disappointed at all. I actually think this is an even better formula than the Jaguar Obsessions palette. This one will actually compare to my Natasha Denona palettes, and that's really hard to say. So that concludes my little makeup skincare haul from Sephora, Ulta, and one from Tjmaxx. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize if it's a little long, but I just wanted to show you what I got. So if you have any particular products that you want to see me do a review on or try on, tutorial, anything like that, please do let me know in the comments. Please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you want to join my family here on YouTube. If you like my content, hit the notification bell for notifications on when I actually post, because it does happen, I promise. This year's been a little rough, but we're trying to get back in it. I've been posting more, okay? But thank you so much again, and I have way more videos planned, more declutters, more try-ons, more reviews, more everything, more of my online makeup academy journey videos, so stay tuned. Hope you're having an amazing day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!